Today, new coach Derek Dooley and his 2010 Vols make the traditional ball walk, knowing a big challenge is waiting at Neyland Stadium. Oregon's fast and powerful offense is almost impossible to stop, led in week 1 by a stunning 5-touchdown performance by sophomore Kenjon Barner. And this week, Oregon welcomes back the electric LaMichael James, last year's Pac-10 Offensive Freshman of the Year. Will the Ducks roll again, or will the fans at Neyland go home happy? Welcome to the SEC on ESPN. A 6-figure crowd has packed Neyland Stadium to see number 7 Oregon and Tennessee. Another great showdown on Monster Saturday in college football. Good evening, everybody. Mike Patrick, Craig James. It's great to have you with us. Both of these teams had blowout opening day wins, so they didn't learn that much about their teams, but their football education begins in earnest tonight.
They're glad to be in a meaningful game. They want to see what they really have. A lot of distractions for both of these programs off of the field. You know, for Tennessee, they come into this game, no expectations from anybody. They're not expected to compete with the number 7 team in the country. They're new across the board. So they really look forward to seeing what kind of team they have.
Last week, Oregon racked up 720 yards in total offense. That's 720 yards, and they did it without their number 1 running back.
Well, why bring him back? What, we're going for 1,000? So you get 2 of these guys that are really talented and explosive. It's an offensive coordinator's dream come true. Chip Kelly will put both of them in the game at the same time. LaMichael James, Pac-10 Conference Player of the Year, 1,500.
Right now, here's a hint. 5 new offensive linemen, a new quarterback, and a new running back. They're just taking baby steps.
Sounds like a perfect recipe for an upset. Today's environment, it's upset Saturday. You know, when you look at Tennessee, Matt Sims at quarterback, I watched him in the spring, came away from it, I said, you know what, I like this guy. He's got tons of personal confidence. Matt Sims, they have to run the ball today and have play action pass behind that brand new offensive line. Hey, what the heck, go play football.
Over 100,000 people at Neyland Stadium. They love their football in Tennessee. The Volunteers getting ready to run through the team. Away from kickoff at Neyland Stadium in the first real test for Derek Dooley's brand new Volunteers.
I love Tennessee too much. That is why I accept the university's decision that this will be my last season.
I'm really looking forward to embracing some of the great traditions at University of Tennessee.
This is not an easy decision. It's something that happened very quick.
I'm humbled. I'm honored to stand before you as the next head football coach at the University of Tennessee.
There has been monumental change at Tennessee. For more on that, we go to the sideline and Shelley Smith. Shelley.
When Derek Dooley was announced as the head coach here, a lot of these young kids, they went, Dooley, Dooley, Dooley. I know that name from somewhere. But they didn't really know until they went on the internet and they Googled him and learned about his lineage, and they were immediately comforted. Now, quarterback Matt Sims, who knows something about good lineage of his own, being Phil's son, said he was instantly comforted that Derek Dooley was his coach. He said, that's the coach I want to play for. He's been honest. He's backed up everything he said he was going to do. Mike?
It is a long-term project, Shelley. He is basically starting with such a young ball club. After they won their opening game, he said they came out on practice on Monday and threw a whole bunch of new stuff at the players thinking, hey, we got it now. He said it was the worst practice they had since he's been here. They're back to square one. A few plays and try to do them well. Chip Kelly, on the other hand, has a veteran ball club loaded with skilled players. Oregon comes in ranked 7th in the country. Six yards deep in the end zone, and Oku will keep it there.
Offensive line with all the newness up front can give him time.
Poole and Cooper are the running backs. Poole off the left side, running room and more. field. Taken down by Eddie Pleasant, the rover back, but it's a gain of 31. Well, if you're only going to have a couple of plays, you might as well run them like that.
How about this? How about they get around the corner? Dallas Thomas, left tackle, only a second start. They get the leverage. Poole sees it. North and south. That's easy money.
Darren Poole out of Toccoa, Georgia. In the opener, 17 carries, 110 yards. Starts this game with 31 there in Oregon territory. Poole again, dancing for maybe a yard. Sophomore, freshman, junior, untested senior, only 3 starts in his career, and a freshman. Poole and Cooper, the running backs. Moore, Rogers, and Stocker are the guys who are going to have to make big catches. They're going to try to pound Oregon, and then throw. First one's complete. Denarius Moore. He's able to get around the corner down near the 30. Taken out of bounds by Anthony Gilden.
Denarius Moore, a player that had a 58-yard touchdown run last week, so you know he knows how to take care of the football after the catch. Plenty of time on the inside. No problem by that Tennessee offensive line of providing the time for Sims to throw. I came out in the spring, I told you, Mike, I really liked what I saw out of Matt Sims. If you give this young man time, his confidence is not a young man. He thinks he's good.
So far, he has been. This play goes nowhere with Poole. Oku, number 27, checks in at running back. And he'll get the carry. Nothing there. Tennessee facing a 3rd and 13 from the 35. Sims goes to the shotgun. Zach Rogers, number 83, is in as a wide receiver. They go with a conservative call on the draw. And Poole down to the 31. From here to be about a 49-yard field goal if they choose to go that way. Pastinger made the tackle. And they will spot it at the 38, so it is a 48-yard try for Daniel Lincoln, who was best remembered for having a couple of huge kicks blocked against Alabama a year ago. Got the distance and right down the pipe. Lincoln out of Ocala, Florida, opens the scoring in this game with a beautiful field goal from long range, and Tennessee jumps on top of number 7, 3-0.
Derek Dooley yesterday was trying to water down my enthusiasm for his team, Mike. I think he was trying to say, hey, look, don't put pressure on us. We want to go out on the field and earn it. He wants to see what he's got with this young team. Good start.
Kenjon Barner at the 5. Guy can fly across the 30, 40, fumble. Tennessee has it. Eric Gordon knocked it loose for the Volunteers. And if you're an underdog and you're a young, inexperienced team, Craig James, this is the kind of stuff you need.
102,000 people are jacked up as if they're playing in this game. Barner's a big playmaker. He's trying to hold on to the ball, but just gets stripped of it. When you're out in the open space like that and you're starting to go down 2 hands, you've got to protect the ball. The worst kind of start for Oregon.
Art Evans, number 25, was the guy who knocked it away. Just reached in there and ripped it out. So Tennessee starts from the 43. And around. To Rick Rogers. Gain of 21.
The fullback Kevin Cooper, 45, has got to play and win in space. 45, watch him win in space. One-on-one, wins, beats his guy, makes it easy for the ball carrier.
Derrick Rogers out of Calhoun, Georgia, was ranked the number 9 prospect in the entire country. He is one of several heralded freshmen on this Tennessee football team. Sims to the end zone. Second down, 10 yards to go. Poole. No hold there and pushed back to Zach Clark. Had him around the knees.
But trying to keep your ball club young and focused, and you're playing I think, the best team in the Pac-10.
And they had to overcome the shock of Blaine Tippin leaving. They lost some players because of it. New coaching staff, new focus. David Oku comes in on 3rd and long. Sims looks like he wants to set up a screen and does. Oku makes a couple of people miss. Still on his feet. Down to the 17-yard line. Wasn't much, but it was a heck of an effort by David Oku.
The thing I like about this, if you're a Vol, that kind of effort jacks the team up. Not a first down, but they're looking for all kinds of reassurances that they have the ability to compete with Oregon.
Lincoln comes on to kick. Cunningham, the punter, is the holder. Nick Guest, the long snapper. This will be from 35. He has already hit from 48. Two for two. Well, if you're Oregon, you have to be sort of shocked. And 102,000 people are celebrating. They'll wake up. Don't worry about it. The ducks are flying before long.
Nissan, proud partner of the Heisman Trophy. And Dr. Pepper. There's nothing like a pepper.
That's Calhoun's down on the Tennessee River near Neyland Stadium, famous for its barbecue and especially for that barbecue sauce. This was shot yesterday when the weather was a little nicer. They have sent both ball clubs to the locker room because there's lightning in the area. This is not like back in the day when if it didn't hit you in a helmet, it wasn't a problem. Now they see it coming on radar, and they send them to the locker room. It used to be a 30-minute rule. Once lightning had been detected in the area, you had to wait 30 minutes between lightning strikes. But now they take a look at the radar and say, all right, everything's clear. We can play again, but we do have to wait for that. Tennessee is on top 6-0 with 8:53 to go first quarter. And while we wait for the weather to clear here, we'll take you back to our ESPN studios. And here's Wendy Nix.
A 7 o'clock kickoff in Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's going to happen. We hope. Oregon's up 6-0, but we are currently in a weather delay. There is lightning in the area. Robert Tide and I will be right back after this.
We are back at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, Tennessee after a 70-minute rain delay. And it is 6-0 Tennessee. And what a whopper of a storm hit this place. Here's how we got to 6-0. A pair of field goals for Tennessee, punctuated by a fumble on a big kickoff return. And then the roof caved in, almost literally. Just a terrible lightning storm. And they got all the players, coaches, and officials to the locker rooms. Most of the fans abandoned the place. But as you can tell, most of them are back. I don't know where 90,000 people went.
Well, the way the game started, there were two storms that blew in. One was Tennessee ready to play, and the Ducks weren't. So we'll see which one of those teams comes back out. You know, I was visiting in the press box with former Oregon coach, Kentucky coach Rich Brooks, I said, Coach, what would you say to your team? You're in the locker room. How do you keep them in the game? How do you keep them in? He goes, just tell them to relax. Relax. We'll go back and we'll warm up, and whenever they're ready to play, we'll play. And, of course, we started laughing. Phil Knight was standing there, and he started laughing, too. He's like, yeah, you wouldn't have been, like, all calm if you were the head coach. And he goes, no, probably not. But it's very difficult. You got to get the motor going again. And for Tennessee, with the crowd at home, it will help their motor to get revved up.
Certainly, they have the psychological advantage after being able to score on pair field goals. And they would love to be able to get that back. They will kick off. Two tremendous kick returners are deep, standing inside the 10-yard line. And they have changed it. Chad Cunningham is going to kick off. Pilardi was scheduled to make his freshman debut tonight, but they're going to go with the senior Cunningham. Barner with room to the 37-yard line.
Job and be responsible.
Darren Thomas is the quarterback, while Michael James the running back. Pressure. Close to a face mask. Thomas went down. Malik Jackson and Montori Hughes, the nose tackle. Number 93, and Malik Jackson, the defensive end. Darren Thomas, the sophomore from Houston, Texas, did not run at all last week, as I think they were really good about hiding what their offense was. James out to the 45 with Nate Costa, another talented quarterback prospect. Down goes the running back on Michael James, and it's Nick Reves, the middle linebacker. This kid is so smart and so dedicated to playing the position, and he has to have a big night for them to win.
Well, smart and discipline are in the same language here. Look at the Reves. Inside is his job. He takes care of his role, his responsibility. When you're going against Alston, you always hear defensive coordinators tell us everybody has to take care of their own business.
Jackson Rice to punt. Eric Gordon is deep for Tennessee. Hitting his tracks and taken down just outside the 15-yard line after a 42-yard punt. Matt Sims leads out the Tennessee offense. Poole on the delay. 30. 50. To the Oregon 45. Hey, Craig James, which one of these teams is number 7 in the country? How many different big runs already have we seen? 5 brand new offensive linemen here in Tennessee. They're all trying to make sure they find the right guy. Match up, block back. That's how you draw a running play up with a brand new group of guys, including a true freshman at right tackle, James. 39 yards for T Poole. O'Toole will give him a breather. Sims to throw. The fullback in the flat, Kevin Cooper. A 3-year starter, one of the few veterans that they have on offense. Hey, these kids aren't bad, are they? Cody Pope, the center, is down. Throughout his career, he has played all of the offensive line positions. This year, they're asking him to play center. And these are 5 new starters along that Tennessee forward wall.
This offense is not designed to throw the football. It is designed to run the football, play action pass.
Well, if you told us the yardage would be 126-5, we might not be surprised if you were talking about an Oregon advantage, but it's a Tennessee advantage. O'Toole.
Well, field goals won't beat Oregon in this game.
No.
Rest assured of that. Oregon will get it together. Nick Aliotti, the defensive coordinator, he'll figure it out. They'll bend and bend, not break, and they'll let that offense eventually get on course.
To the running back, the sophomore from Midwest City, Oklahoma, the deep man in the eye. Sims wants to throw. Outstanding protection. dropped at the 13-yard line. Sims threw a dart to Denarius Moore, and he couldn't hold it. He's not had the best of luck. Blitz coming. Sims underneath. The tight end, Luke Stocker, down to the 30. First chance for the rookie head coach to roll the dice for Tennessee. 3rd and 6. Poole is back in at tailback. Sims to throw. Has time. Batted down at the line. No pressure whatsoever on Sims. And now Darren Thomas will go back to work for Oregon. Pressure on him. Throws it up for grabs. The only one even close to it was LaMichael James. Montori Hughes just blew through there. Take a look at the Oregon offense. That pass is complete to Tuinei.
Darren Thomas, kind of a little eye-opener for his teammates coming into 102,000 people, SEC country. He can just survive early, not make a mistake, and the defense hang in there for them.
There's the bubble screen out to Mail, and Mail blown up at the 47-yard line. Jansen Jackson with the big hit. Tennessee defense, not terribly experienced, but far more than the offense. Hughes is the best of that group out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Nick Gervais, you've already seen him, the middle linebacker. And Art Evans is a good one in the secondary. James picked up about 4. Prentice Wagner makes the tackle. Oregon gets good crowds. Pac-10 gets good crowds. Nobody out there gets 102,000.
Well, and half of them left during the 70-minute delay. The other half stayed here and enjoyed the downpour and the lightning.
What fun, huh?
Why y'all all leaving? What's going on?
Incomplete off the hands of Jeff Mail. And Marcus Thompson, the linebacker, number 42, was right there with him.
Well, a good sign that Tennessee's defensive line's getting pressure, a must in this football game, because these receivers at Oregon, they're dependable. Jeff Mail is normally rock solid when the ball gets around his hands.
Marcellus Teague may have gotten a piece of it as well. Fake to James, quarterback keeper, a couple and no more down to the Tennessee 44-yard line. Lathers made the tackle. Thomas on 3rd and long with James with him in the backfield. Thomas with time throws to Mail, first down to the 32-yard line. The tackle made by 700 yards. And they'll go to Mail again on the bubble screen on this side. And he's down to the 25-yard line.
Oh, I'm telling you, you get this offense going. We showed you the EA Sports diagram of how it looks the same in the eye candy, and you get lulled to sleep, and it's all over the field. It can be in the middle, left, or the right side.
They have obviously found a rhythm here. 2nd and 3. Another quarterback keeper, as they appear to be using James more of a decoy than anything else. He said we have to tackle in space, which may be the hardest thing to do in football. That pass appeared to go right through the hands of Tuinei. This will be the 11th play of the drive. Read option. James swallowed up after he got to the 19-yard line. 3rd and 9 coming. This tempo is very tough on a defense. Over the middle and incomplete. Right there to break it up was Jansen Jackson, the talented sophomore who would take it over in the secondary with the graduation of the great Eric Berry.
And I can tell you right now, after watching in the spring Jansen Jackson, this man will be the next future #1 great secondary player for the Vols. Watch the timing, explode to the ball, threw it, rips through, technique, an outstanding, confident player in that secondary for the Vols.
Boy, that's beautiful defense. They will go for the 37-yard field goal try. with Rob Beard trying to kick his first field goal in college football, and does. Which you wouldn't think a little rain would hurt ducks. Anyhow.
I can tell you what they're playing for. They're playing for the pride of the Pac-10. That's for certain. They've come over to the SEC playing a team that's trying to find its identity. The Pac-10 needs desperately for Oregon to prevail in this game.
Beard to kick off. Moore and Oku are deep for the Volunteers. High and short. Oku from just inside the 10. Breaks a couple of tackles and takes it out to the 31-yard line.
Well, they've been able to run the football. That's their first and most important thing they wanted to accomplish in this football game. Right out the blocks, first play of the game. Poole hits him on the left side. The offensive line, good blocking by Kevin Cooper, the fullback there on the corner. But this is taking all the pressure off of Matt Sims. He's not having to carry this game through the air. If they have to start throwing at every play, they're in trouble.
Tennessee has run the ball 9 times for 95 yards in the first quarter. Poole. Another gaping hole and Poole to the 44-yard line. Javis Lewis made the tackle. And boy, these inexperienced offensive linemen are opening up some caverns.
Oh, they are. But you know what, Mike? They're not making mistakes. Even the true freshman, look at him driving inside. I mean, when you've got a true freshman going against the number 7 team in the country who led the Pac-10 in defensive categories conference-wise, that's asking a lot.
The one advantage Tennessee's line does have is these guys are huge. And Oregon is an undersized defense. And they are just opening these guys up.
I have to tell you, I've always believed running back set the tone and pick the pace up for the whole football team. Certainly happening right there. You got guys outfield blocking. Darren, he's down there trying to get out of the way so that the ball carrier can keep it going. But this is called attitude. This is bringing the wood to the shed.
Oregon gave up 25 yards all game last week. They've given up 111 to Poole so far in this game. Oku is in now. Sims throwing to the goal line. Caught at the 1. Justin Hunter took it away from the defender. What a play by the true freshman wide receiver.
They call Hunter a gazelle. In long jumping, an unbelievable 25 feet, 10 3/4 inch. He stayed in the air for a while. Thomas Jackson had no chance of coming up and making the play. A true freshman competing with the balls in the air, going and winning over a senior.
The first catch of his career. First and goal at the 1. Tennessee with 198 yards in the first quarter. A pair of field goals, and now they are knocking on the door.
The problem for Oregon's defense is that the Vols' rushing game has been balanced left side, right side. No real tendency so far in this game.
Cooper is the blocking back. Poole to the goal line. No signal. I'm going to mark him down inches short.
I can assure you that this Oregon Ducks defense, they've got pride, and they will bring it. Matthews there on the inside, it looks like coming up, sticking his hat to the hat. Penetration critical here. These young offensive linemen, all 5 new, have to learn to push, score with their man.
Tennessee with a size advantage, second and goal. Poole keeps the legs driving, touchdown. The entire game last week, Oregon against New Mexico, they gave up 107 yards. They gave up 198 in the first quarter tonight. This is not New Mexico. What an opening salvo for Tennessee. 3 scoring drives, a touchdown, and a pair of field goals. 69 yards on 5 plays. Volunteers by 10. And what a performance by the SEC representative, the Tennessee Volunteers. So far, they are chewing up the Oregon defense to the tune of 3 good-looking drives, a touchdown, and 2 field goals. This kick to the goal line. Barner. Swallowed up at the 20. The crowd really into it now. Thomas out of the shotgun. Pressure coming. They got it. Holy cow. Gerald Williams, the converted linebacker, flew through like there was nobody home at all.
It's the late stemming. It's the late movement. You get the free, clear rush. Oregon's offensive line just couldn't figure out where to go. Both ran at left guard. 69 just didn't get the right guy.
It is a veteran offensive line for Oregon that right now is being outmatched. Quarterback keeper, nice fake by Thomas. Takes it up to the 23. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7.
Rest assured of this, Chip Kelly will not panic. His football team will not panic. They have a very talented football team, an extremely explosive football team that can score a lot of points in a hurry.
There's no doubt about that. They lead the nation in total offense coming in. They lead the nation in scoring coming in. Thomas flushed, throws on the run, and they will have the first down as Barner makes the catch coming out of the backfield. I don't think they made the trip this far, Shelley, to watch him play like this. Quickly out to DJ Davis, and Davis out to the 38-yard line. Jansen Jackson takes him down.
Right there, the leadership that Darren Thomas has. Does not flinch, doesn't worry about it. He hears the crowd, feels the crowd, but makes a critical 3rd down pass conversion. And I like the guy.
He's more athletic than Nate Costa, the guy he beat out for the spot. Costa may be a better passer as a backup. Thomas in this read option offense. Gives it up to Barner. Kenjon Barner a week ago, 147 yards on 17 carries. Thomas. And it's incomplete.
Well, when you talk about these 2 players and what they can do together,
one of the ironic things, they're extremely close friends. They root for each other. Thomas calling out the play watch. James, nothing. Well, we'll tell you a great kicker story later. Flaubert is, of course, one of the great kickers of all time. His father, the former walk-on, now a 5th-year senior, out in the flat to James, dropped the ball. Started to look downfield before he secured it, and Oregon will have to kick it away.
As a former player, when you're on the road, a loud environment like this, little things like that distract you. The distraction of the crowd and the noise, you lose your focus. I mean, LaMichael James doesn't drop many balls. He makes those plays.
You could see him turn his head to look downfield. Jackson Rice will kick to Eric Gordon. He waits inside his 20. Nice punt. Fair catch made at the 14-yard. Tennessee surprising number 7 Oregon in the second quarter. That's the Sun Sphere built for the 1982 World Fair here in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Beautiful campus, isn't it? On the river. One of my favorite venues. This place is This is a treat.
And such a unique stadium. You always know where you are. You see the checkerboard end zone. You see 102,500 people all dressed in orange. You know exactly where you are. Oku. Only for a couple. 2nd and 8 for Tennessee. The Volunteers up 13-3. Sims straight back. Guns it out complete to Denarius Moore. And Moore up to the 20. Swallowed up by Talmadge Jackson III.
He's had a little coaching along the way, right? Old Papa had a pretty good career there in the Hall of Fame.
Did.
So did his brother, Chris. And, you know, Matt looking good, isn't he, starting out?
He's looked terrific. Very poised. Obviously has a good, accurate arm. 3rd and a yard. And he's a nice kid. Quarterback keeper.
The thing that impressed me the most in watching him in his practice in the spring was the confidence that he had. I don't want to say bordered on arrogance, but that would be calling him his dad.
Sorry, Phil. I'm glad you said that.
Phil, you were good, buddy. You knew it. But, Matt, you got to have that as a quarterback. That falls into that it stuff. And sure, he's got that it.
And if you don't believe in yourself and if you don't project that to your teammates, they can't follow you. Poole is back in. Oh, what a first half he has had. 4 big runs. Here comes 5. Karan Poole to the 43-yard line.
Kevin Cooper, number 45. Watch your fullback in the block that he has on the right side. He gets 2. It's an attack mode by the defense, but matched by the offense and their blockers. Now, they're just taking it to them right now. But Oregon can't sit back. They have to continue to come downhill and engage with the blockers and get off.
Poole last year, as you see his numbers tonight, which one of these guys is the Heisman candidate? Poole or James? Oku will lose yards. Last year was the number 3 running back behind
a 30-second timeout.
Montario Hardesty and Bryce Brown. Brown, one of the most highly recruited players in the entire country. When Lane Kiffin was here for 1 year, when Lane Kiffin left for Southern Cal, Bryce Brown decided he wasn't going to stick around.
Well, it's hard not to be concerned about the lack of depth. You know, you look at our 2 deep, and we have 18 freshmen listed in the 2 deep. And I even asked the team the other day in a team meeting, I said, how many guys have never played a snap in Neyland Stadium? Raise your hand. And it looked like about 2/3 of the room, and it was a real eye-opener.
Well, they don't look like a bunch of rookies now. They have played with veteran savvy tonight. Oku. Lost a yard, maybe 2.
They're young as well, but their eyes are focused on winning the Pac-10.
Sure.
And the Rose Bowl. Whereas Derek Dooley and the Vols, they're trying to figure out who they are right now.
Sims straight back. Quick throw, the fullback. Cooper makes the catch and gets dumped for his trouble. Talmadge Jackson, the 3rd, right there to knock him on his keister. Sims will go to the shotgun. Oregon showing a 4-man rush. Come with a blitz. Draw play. Poole nearly broke it. Got to the 49, but dragged down by Josh Perdue, number 56, who had his season. Cunningham on to punt. And here is where Oregon did such a great job last week. Cliff Harris returned 2 punts, averaged 62.5 yards a return. And this is Barner who got his job back. How about that for Harris? 2 punt returns, 62.5 yards each. 2 touchdowns, and he's not the kick returner anymore. Well, we know what the Thunder and Lightning will bring, a 70-minute rain delay. Oregon will take over from its own 15-yard line.
before the snap. False start. Number 87 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Giving the play to his offensive lineman. Back to the shotgun. Gets the snap. Handoff, tailback up the middle, and it's LaMichael James out to the 40-yard line. That's a first down, and Austin Johnson, and now playing middle linebacker, makes the stop.
The guard blocked down on Tennessee's nose tackle with a center and took him out. The linebacker just didn't step up fast enough into the hole.
First down, Ducks. Handoff, LaMichael James going left, being chased by LaMarcus Thompson, and they get him back at the 35-yard line, a loss of 4. Great play by LaMarcus Thompson, the linebacker. Loss for James. Last year, the freshman of the year in the Pac-10, he gained 1,546 yards for Oregon. Handoff to him this time. He's free, and he gets into the secondary, gets out to the 45 to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 12. Third down, 3. Ducks at their own 46. Handoff, James up the middle. Tries to get the first down yardage, but not going to make it as Nick Revais makes the stop. The field. 4th and 1 at the Oregon 48-yard line. Back to the line of scrimmage. They hand the ball to Barner, and Barner has a first down as he plows his way over left guard into Tennessee territory to the 48-yard line. Prentice Wagner makes the stop for Tennessee, but a pickup of 3. And, Tim, that's the confidence of this Oregon offense.
It really is. That's a huge play. Tennessee stops them there. Oregon's in some trouble.
4 minutes to go, second quarter. Tennessee leading 13-3, but Oregon driving now at the Tennessee 49-yard line. Thomas swing pass to Davis, catches for a very short gain as Jansen Jackson comes up and makes the tackle.
He's done to defend it.
2nd and 10. Oregon right back to the line of scrimmage. Thomas rolls left, fires in the flat. That pass is complete. And now Brandon Williams, the tight end, is running to the 30, to the 20, and taken down at the 18-yard line. Brandon Williams, the tight end, goes out in the left flat, catches the pass, and then rolls down the left sideline, picks up 29 yards, down to the Tennessee 20. It'll be first down.
Just a huge missed tackle by Jansen Jackson. He went for him in the flat there, right when he first got the ball. He tackles him there. It's a 3-yard gain. When he missed, it was wide open, and Oregon's tight end can really run.
Oregon has 3 timeouts remaining. Out of the shotgun, the spread formation. Thomas gets the snap. Fakes a handoff, back to throws. Got time, fires long for the end zone. That pass incomplete, intended for LaMichael James. So he faked to James, let James run all the way into the end zone, then tried to hit him. He was running with the linebacker, Herman Lathers, but the pass just incomplete. Very innovative play.
It is, and boy, what a challenge for a linebacker to try to keep up with James running a streak route.
2nd and 10. Kenjon Barner now into the game for the Ducks as James gets a rest on 2nd and 10. And now before they snap it, timeout, or they try to get a timeout, but a penalty flag comes down. That's Brandon Williams jumping off sides, and that's the second penalty on him in this drive. 3:10 to go, clock stopped. Tennessee jumped out 6-0 in its first 2 possessions and hadn't trailed in the game. Thomas gets the snap. Winds up, can't find anybody to throw to, rolls right, dumps it, and it's going to be a diving attempt at the 15-yard line, but out of bounds. They try to get it to Josh Huff. He was open, but the pass off target as Thomas rolled right. Gerald Williams now has come back in for Tennessee.
Tennessee is really not getting much pressure. That defensive front's probably a little tired. They're not getting much pressure on Thomas.
3rd and 15, the Ducks at the Tennessee 25-yard line. Clock stopped, 3:04 to go, second quarter. Thomas out of the shotgun. 3 wideouts to the right. Thomas sets up, fires an out pattern, incomplete, miscommunications. The Oregon receiver was running for the end zone, Drew Davis, and the ball was behind him. Incomplete, 4th down, and the Oregon field goal unit comes out.
I think that's a huge stop by Tennessee's defense. For Oregon to be outplayed as much as they have in this first half, if they'd gone in at halftime behind only 3 points, that's quite a difference, I think, than being behind by a touchdown.
So Oregon will try a long field goal. Nate Costa, the backup quarterback, will hold for Rob Beard. This will be a 42-yard attempt from the left hash mark. Kicking it left to right. Costa Gets the snap, kick down, Beard boots it, spinner toward the uprights, and that kick is good. So the veteran Rob Beard knocks home another field goal, his second of the night, and Oregon has cut the Tennessee lead to 7.
You gotta want to win. You can't wake up on Friday and expect to win.
Some of this clock. Tennessee defense is tired. That was a long drive. They were in there a long time. Tennessee doesn't need to have a 3 and out and not use any of the clock right here. They need to run down this 2:56.
13 plays, 60 yards for Oregon, 3:48 off the clock, and a 42-yard field goal by Beard cuts the Tennessee lead to 7. Andy, talk about Matt Sims. What's he thinking about now with 2:56 to go on the clock, a 7-point lead, and just one timeout remaining?
Well, you can't really change your philosophy, what you've been doing all night. He's been handling the game well like he did last week, protecting the football, and just trying to maintain the drive and move the chains, and that's what he's got to do this drive. Obviously, you'd like to get some points on the board before halftime, but as Tim said, the key is run this clock out, and if you can get points, that's great. But he's handled the pressure so far really well. Just got to keep it up for one more drive.
The one thing you want to do is make sure that Oregon, Andy, doesn't get the ball back, though, with 2:56 to go. They got 3 timeouts remaining.
They've got their timeouts, and if we go 3 and out, they're going to have plenty of time to put a drive together, so it's key for us to move the chains at least a few times.
So Beard will kick it off going left to right. Tennessee will have David Oku and Denarius Moore deep. 13-6, Tennessee leads, 2:56 to go, second quarter. Beard approaches and boots it. End over end. It's going to be a shorter kick that Oku is going to field at his own 7. Comes up the near side, gets to the 25 to the 30, and then he's plastered out to the 30-yard line. He tried to spin Sims. Under center, hands off tailback. Over right tackle, and David Oku gets 3 yards or so. See if Oregon thinks about using some timeouts. Cody Pope is back in at center for Tennessee, so that's good news. Go downstairs to Andy.
Cody Pope, they were working on his shoulder. They worked on it for several series, working it out. Evidently, it was just maybe a stinger, as Tim said, but he's back in the game.
So Pope, the center, getting ready to snap it to Matt Sims, who's under center on 2nd and 7 from the Tennessee 33-yard line. Backs in the I formation. Oku, the standing tailback. Sims hands it to him, hitting the backfield, breaks a tackle, but not the second. Then he's shoved back. It'll be really maybe a pickup of 2, and now Oregon is going to use one of its timeouts. Eddie Pleasant made that not so pleasant of an experience for David Oku. For 3rd down and 5, Tennessee. Sims back to throw. Throws the ball out in the flat. That pass is going to be incomplete. A diving attempt by Zach Rogers on the rollout to the left. And the clock stops with 2:03 to go, and Oregon will get the ball back with 2 timeouts remaining. Tim, just like you said, the risk you have when you throw the ball in that situation.
I think they had a good call. The throw was just low. If the ball's up a little bit, it's going to be caught for a first down.
So Barner retreats to take this anticipated punt from Chad Cunningham. Oregon, a 10-man front. See if they're coming after it. There's the snap. No, they're going to retreat, try and get the return. And Cunningham shanks it off the right side of his foot out of bounds. And it'll be a very short kick. And Oregon should have very decent field position with 1:55 on the clock and 2 timeouts, trailing by a touchdown. Well, Tim, back-to-back plays. It didn't work out very well for Tennessee.
That's a place where you want your punter to punt them back down to the 20-yard line or so. And you make them go the length of the field, not Chad Cunningham's best effort.
Just a 27-yard punt by Chad Cunningham, and now the Ducks have it at the Oregon 38-yard line with 2 timeouts remaining. Thomas at quarterback out of the shotgun. Tries to set up a screen, and he does. He throws it underneath to his tight end Paulson in midfield into Tennessee territory at the 45-yard line. David Paulson, big target, 6'4", 241, an inside screen to their tight end, and he picks up 16. Oregon's at the Tennessee 46-yard line.
Perfect call. Tennessee was blitzing.
Clock stopped. They moved the change. 1:46 to go. Oregon. Thomas throws long left sideline. That pass incomplete. And again, they got LaMichael James on the linebacker. Herman Lathers down the sideline, but Thomas just overshot him.
Obviously, they see that Tennessee plays a good bit of man-to-man in the secondary, and they know that they've got 2 fast tailbacks that can beat a linebacker down the field.
That time they tried to beat the linebacker, but the pass overshot. Second time they've tried that play. 2nd and 10. Thomas back to throw, winds up and fires the pass, juggled by Paulson, incomplete down at the 25-yard line. And now a flag comes in, a late hit, I think is going to be called on Tennessee. As Paulson trying to make the catch off his fingertips, he was down and a Tennessee player hit him.
But the Tennessee player did not lead with his helmet. It looks like it's going to be a call, but the ball was being juggled. He did not lead with his helmet.
Here's Steve Shaw. That is a point of emphasis this year. You cannot lead with the crown of your helmet.
I'd like to see a replay on that.
I might buy that he hit him late, but he didn't hit him with the crown of his helmet.
He hit him with his shoulder, not with his helmet. His helmet never touched him.
Oregon gets the benefit of that one to the 31-yard line, first down. Thomas has the ball, sets up, fires a deep out pattern. That is complete to the tailback. And ridden down is Barner with 1:15 now to go in the second quarter. Second down, 6. Oregon from the Tennessee 27. Thomas to throw. Here's the blitz. Thomas winds up, fires for the end zone to Paulson. He's got it. Touchdown, Oregon. David Paulson, the tight end, right down the middle of the field, and Thomas, not known as a great passer that time. That one was right on the money, and the 6'4" Oregon tight end makes it a 1-point game, 13-12. 1:04 to go in the second quarter, and this crowd that was roaring now very quiet. Oregon now going for a trick play. They got everybody spread out all over the field, and now they're going to come back together, bunch it up. They had the tackles way out on the left sideline, the tackles on the right side all the way to the right. Now they go conventional. They're going to try and kick the extra point. I guess they wanted to see how Tennessee would line up with that trick formation, but Beard will try and tie the game up. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. And this crowd very quiet right now.
With the safety playing coverage man-to-man, too. They're running backs deep. They're running tight ends deep, and they're trying to they have beaten Tennessee's linebackers, but that's the first time they hit a pass.
That time it was Savion Frazier who tried to cover the tight end right down the middle of the field, and Paulson just got behind him. Beard to kick it off from left to right. He approaches, boots it, driving kick. And back into the end zone will be Oku. He'll bring it out. 5, 10, 15, 20. And hit down at the 23-yard line. We've been knotted up tonight. Matt Sims brings his team out. Oregon with a 4-man front. Backs in the eye. T Poole, the standing tailback. Sims gets the snap. Hands to his tailback. Running left and short yardage to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 2. 50 seconds to go. And Oregon is going to use a timeout. Second down and 8. Ball at the Tennessee 25-yard line. And now there's a whistle, and a flag comes down. Oregon has one timeout remaining, 51 seconds to go, and a tie game at 13. T Poole, the standing tailback, on second down and 13. Tennessee from its own 20-yard line. Sims hands off tailback, up the middle, wrapped up, dropped. Quick timeout by Oregon. And so Wade Kalakipi, a freshman out of Hawaii, big 92, 6'2", 289, makes the stop after a pickup of 1. Sims under center, handoff, tailback going right, and he gets a couple, but well short of the first down. He picked up 3, but he needed 12, and now 36 seconds to go, and Tennessee doesn't have to punt it, as the Volunteers have run out the clock in the first half, but Oregon takes momentum with them. It's Tennessee 13 and Oregon 13. We'll have
on ESPN, and we've had just a little bit of everything in this one, including a 70-minute delay for a major thunderstorm. Oregon and Tennessee tied at 13. Oregon's number 7. Tennessee's one of the youngest teams in the country. tough to tell the difference through a half.
Tennessee lost their mojo there that end of the second quarter. The best way to get that back is the way they got into this football game. That's running the football. T Poole and that offensive line, they have to give great effort, get back and become physical again, or Oregon will come out and put a lot of points on them in the second half.
In the nation and playing into a standstill. Kenjon Barner from the 2. And a flag down as he is taken down at the 16-yard line.
Holding, number 43 on the receiving team. A penalty of half the distance to the goal. 1st and 10.
Bryson Littlejohn called for the hold. Here are the numbers on the first half. They evened up pretty well. Tennessee still with the advantage, though. 244 yards to 200. Most of them in the rushing department. 168 yards rushing for the Volunteers. Thomas gives off to James. And we'll check in with Shelly Smith.
I talked to Chip Kelly as he's coming out the tunnel. The first thing he said was, "This is an awesome place to play, isn't it?" It's old Chip, what me worry Kelly. He says, "We're fine." He said, "Get a drink of water. Let's go play football."
Oh, you gotta like that. James really hasn't been able to get untracked tonight. In his first appearance, he suffered a 1-game suspension. Did not play last week in the 72-0 win over New Mexico.
But you see that line right there, Oregon out and just kind of pushing along, a little rugby match for 9 yards.
James again out to the 21. Thomas at the 15-yard line, take the snap, under pressure, throws to his tight end David Paulson, and Paulson will pick up 7, maybe 8 yards over the middle. And Thomas was really drilled as he just stood in the pocket. Malik Jackson, number 97, had a beat on him.
You know what, Darren? Thomas has definitely played well. He's passed the muster of the first half in this crowd.
James. Beats out. James again. Reve's had him by the ankles and then got help up to the 40. And certainly Wyoming threw a scare into him. And there's Ladders limping and a little slow coming off the field. Savion Frazier, number 43, has taken his place in the lineup. Second down, call it 5. James again, or check it. This time it's Barner. Different on defense. It's giving him that opening. And Barner this time is smoked by Gerald Williams, number 57, as he hit the line of scrimmage.
Let me show you, Micah. The pace is picked up here with Oregon, but you're going to see on the outside, everybody's just kind of staying home, and it's saying hand the ball off inside. You know, they're outside. That's where the ball's got to go to the inside.
That's why they call it the read option. He's looking for the soft spot in that defense and finding it. Barner across midfield. It will be 3rd and long for Oregon.
Remind folks, Justin Wilcox is the defensive coordinator here at Tennessee. Former Oregon player, former defensive coordinator at Boise State. He's had a lot of success against this Oregon offense while he was at Boise State. So he'll make the adjustments as needed. He feels them. He knows them.
James is back in as the running back, number 21. Blitz coming. They don't get there. The pass dropped. Well, what a job by Thomas. He got it to Huff somehow, and Huff couldn't hold it.
Now, that's Wilcox. That's Justin Wilcox. We've seen him do it now on a couple of 3rd down conversion attempts by Oregon's offense. He brings the pressure. He's going to get to Thomas, and that allows them to make plays and to break things up. A very nice start by this defense.
Gordon waits back at the 10. And Oregon will be able to down it at the 6-yard line. Tennessee 94 yards away as they take possession after a 43-yard punt. T Poole is the single setback. behind the junior quarterback, Matt Sims. And Sims wants to throw on first down. Has it batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Take a look at our time for Tennessee. First quarter, 198 yards. T Poole, nice young man, said he was going to run hard today. His offensive line, fullback, everybody working together. Second quarter, though, Oregon picked the pace up, held them to 46 yards. They've got to get back to that. That first pass there, Mike, you remember Derek Dooley told Shelley going in at halftime, we need to throw the ball more. Well, he lived up to his word.
Nice fake by Sims. Throws on the run and has the first down after the 15-yard line. Throws a perfect strike to Rogers.
Well, I'm sitting up here and I'm seeing the field from way upstairs, and I'm saying tight end's wide open, hit him on the drag, but Matt follows, stays with his first choice out there in a bullet. Now, Zach Rogers, remember, the last time he was thrown to on 3rd and 5, he didn't finish the play. He does this time.
Gets Tennessee out of a hole. They'll start this series from their own 20. Another fake by Sims. Has this one blocked. And it's going to be around him.
Yeah, Derek Dooley has a plan. He's a businessman, a business approach to this. And he will be methodical, but he'll walk into homes of a lot of moms and dads with good players and convince them that Tennessee has tradition, which it does, and that they have a chance to come play and play soon.
Oregon shows blitz, and they come with it. Throwing the flat to Poole is too high.
Words on this. Move a little bit and get your vision where you can hit your receiver. Matt's locked in on his receivers right now and really not paying attention to the guys in front of him.
They have come out throwing. Sims right now 8 out of 15 on the night, one of his last 5. And he faces a passing down here. Good protection. Gilden drove more out of bounds, a couple of yards shy of the first down. To the dangerous Kenjon Barner. And a returnable kick. Barner to 24. Got to the outside, spun down at the 27-yard line. Coordinator that day for Boise State, Justin Wilcox, now wearing the Tennessee colors and matched up again with Darren Thomas. James trying to get to the outside, looking for a block. James still down the sideline. Shakes another tackle. James, touchdown. What a run. How many guys had a shot at him and didn't get it? 72 yards.
LaMichael James, Pac-10 Conference Player of the Year last year, over 1,500 yards rushing. They're going to see if he stayed in bounds going down. But the first half, you asked the question, Mike. You said, you think James is in it? Is he lathered up? Is his rhythm there or not? Maybe not. You know, he set out that first game with a suspension. Now he's got a lot of orange shirts chasing him. Outruns the speed of that secondary. Didn't look, he walked out of bounds there. Stayed in so far. Another missed tackle there. Thompson linebackers got to wrap up and bring down 175, 180-pounder. No excuse for that.
Good things come in small packages, and it looks like he just stayed in bounds. His first 13 carries
is under further review.
First 13 carries, James had 52 yards. That one went for 72, and that's a back. And it was better than just 72 yards. It was a beauty. Moore and Oku are deep for Tennessee. Oku. Nice return out around the 26-yard line.
Again, I know they want to throw the ball some, but it's still a team that's run, play action. And that's helped them in this game. It's kept them in the game so far.
Oku stays in the ball game as the tailback. Who get it on the draw. And fights his way up to the 30.
One of the trademarks of Nick Aliotti's defenses is that he might give up some words, right? I mean, I'm listening to you call this guy's name. Some yards, but they never fall apart. Aliotti is an excellent coach at making adjustments, seeing what the offense is doing. Last season, again, statistically, the top defense in the Pac-10.
2nd and 7. T Poole is back in there as the tailback. Sims, a little swing to him. Poole with a block. Across the 40. 42, 43, fighting for more yards. Dallas Thomas out in front with a nice block. And that was a good swing pass by Matt Sims.
Absolutely. You know, what a job of inside leading Poole down the field, allowing the momentum of the ball carrier to keep going. Now, we've seen a number of times when these defenders have gotten in Sims' face. Look at that. Just leads him down there. Doesn't throw into the defender. And Poole, again, with his effort, Poole's effort, trying to pick his football team up. Very important drive for this young Tennessee team.
Fresh set it down from their own 44-yard line. Sims, pressure from behind and overthrows. Stocker had his senior tight end open down the near sideline and missed him, and he was getting ready to be unloaded on by Brandon Hanna.
Stocker on the left side, left tight end, left side here on this. You'll see the release that he has. Takes a little bit of a block, clears there, but the pressure. Left tackle. Dallas Thomas, only his second start. So, again, a sophomore, young, a lot of upside. But he's going against a motor over there. I mean, Hanna's a junior, and he's coming.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
They've got to throw the ball and complete the passes, but they can't get away from that ground game. They've got to get back to being physical inside.
So 1st and 15. Poole. Nice cut. Got back to penalty plus a yard. Eddie Pleasant, the roverback, made the tackle.
Tennessee's played a clean football game to this point, only 3 penalties, and been very smart. And last week, Oregon's defense forced 5 turnovers. So I came into this game thinking young offense, brand new offensive line, new quarterback, new running backs. I mean, it had all the ingredients of turnover city.
Oh, yeah. Had all the ingredients of an implosion, and it hasn't happened. 2nd and 9. Complete to the 25. Sims hung it up for Zach Rogers, and he made the catch. Sims didn't get greedy there. He just wanted to make sure he was going to complete that baby.
And off starts up front. The blitz comes. Pressure from the outside. Juwan James, right tackle, the freshman, nudges his guy, keeps Sims free. And then how about Rogers? After the drop on 3rd down, now back-to-back focused and completing 2 nice plays.
They have always had receivers down here who can run. Got a Crips formation set up this time to the right.
Start left tackle. We got a true freshman right tackle. Now you've got some players, and they're talented.
Don't call him Candy. He's going to get upset with you. It's Cody.
Cody, I'm sorry. That's like Candy. Boy, he'd smoke me on that.
Yes, he would. Sims for the end zone, overthrown. I'm just trying to look out for you, partner.
Come back to a Tennessee game. Cody will have candy all over me.
That was intended for Hunter. He was covered very well. And Hunter, if you're going to go downfield, that's the guy to throw to. He was the national junior long jump champion, which means one thing. He can fly.
Nearly 26 feet on a long jump. That's a long way. You and I couldn't add ours up to match that.
No. No. Poole horse collar as he got to the 27-yard line. And it was Brandon Bear, number 88.
Now, let this run for you full speed. Won't stop it, but look at the backside pursuit of Oregon's defense. And this is how you stop the running game. Top of your screen. Watch the pressure. Watch how they get to the football. downhill. No cutbacks allowed. I mean, there was just one option for that runner.
Well, you always hear about how many guys they have in the box. They have 7 men down on the line of scrimmage on that play. 3 wide receivers to the right again. Oku comes in. Blitz coming against Sims. And this one is going to be picked off. This could be a touchdown, 75 yards. And it is. Cliff Harris. Sims threw it late, and Harris was right there to snatch it out of the air and go for the touchdown. If you're going to throw late to the outside, that's the danger.
You can't know not to do that unless you've done it and you learn from it. And all the results, Nick Aliotti dialing up pressure against the run pressure, and in the passing game, the blitz to put pressure and just kind of sucked him into it.
Beard for the point after. There's movement up front before the snap. Sims was late, and Harris, the sophomore, broke and was right there for the pick. That's the young man who had 2 punt returns for touchdowns last week.
False start, number 77 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. We'll play the try.
It's going to be Cody Pope, the center. Beard for the point after. So Tennessee with a very impressive drive ending in a disaster.
I watched Sims in the spring, and he threw 2 pick sixes in the practice I was there to Jansen Jackson, his teammate. Sometimes he's got too much confidence in his arm. He's one of those kind of players, thinking I can go ahead and muscle it, get it out there. But at some point, you have to realize these guys are really good, too, on the other side. You just can't take that chance. And the receivers, there's not a lot you can do there. When it's ball's up there floating like that, work your way back if you can. But by the time he turned around, the ball was on its way. And Harris recognized the ball in the air, made the move to it.
And Harris is out there playing zone, and he can look into the backfield and just watch the throw the whole way. And there is the rookie coach and the rookie starting quarterback. And Pope may have cramps.
With 72 points flew in from the West Coast, and they've got a lot of offense.
Short kick. Oku cut down at the 27-yard line. First man ever in the history of broadcasting to host an NFL show for 25 years. Way to go, Boomer. Flag is down, so is on the left guard. Now, Tennessee's got to regroup here. They're still only down 2 scores. But can a young team emotionally handle it? Poole on the draw.
Make them understand you're only 2 scores down.
Sims with time to deep out again. A lot of contact out there. The Tennessee fans wanted a flag because of Anthony Gilton's collision with Zach Rogers, and it looked like he did get there a half step early.
It just goes to show you, too, that Matt Sims is not afraid to throw the same ball on the out, a hard ball across the field. He may have had something there. I don't know. It was a bang-bang close call. But, yeah, the execution part of it. Make your reads, run your routes, do your job. You're in the 3rd quarter of a big-time football game.
3rd and 18. Oregon will come with only a 3-man rush this time. The screen, nothing doing. Barner. Makes the fair catch the 43-yard line. 40-yard kick and a good one, no return. And Oregon, the nation's number 17, has taken command here in Knoxville.
LaMichael James You might think you have him bottled up, but all of a sudden he comes flying out, goes to one side of the field, back around the other, and does his thing. Heck of a football player.
And Barner will get a chance to run, and he is spun down and planted back at around the 41-yard line. Montori Hughes trying to fire up the defense. That is a big-nosed man, 6'4", 305, a sophomore. Thomas on the roll and throws complete down to the Tennessee 45-yard line. Thomas. And that's incomplete, out of bounds. Boy, Thomas is an impressive-looking quarterback, isn't he?
You know what he was going to choose, and Thomas is a cool customer.
Throws very well. That one is incomplete, may have been tipped, and was well behind his intended receiver, Brandon Williams.
Chip Kelly came out of nowhere. You know, he's a Boston area guy from New Hampshire. All of a sudden, Gary Crowton, a genius who was at Oregon. Mike Bellotti had to hire a new OC. He brings in a guy named Chip Kelly. Everybody's like, who, Chip Kelly? Boston playing in Eugene, Oregon has been very successful. He knows how to take care of quarterbacks.
And he came from a system where they threw the ball 60 times a game at New Hampshire. This pass too far for LaMichael James as Thomas was wrapped up. Darrell Vereen was coming on a blitz and drilled the quarterback.
So Chip Kelly, when he picks Darren Thomas, he's got a feeling. Nobody knew who Jeremiah Masoli was before he picked him.
Right.
So Dennis Dixon was an All-American. They were close. Just some guys, coaches who know how to handle and motivate and teach to the level of a player.
Eric Gordon lets the ball go, and it's down by Oregon at the 6-yard line. Didn't they? Boise State did because Virginia Tech lost. And the computers will kill them for that.
Matter that they were working on. They're a great football team. Boise State's a really good football team.
Fragile is a great word for their situation. For them to finish in the top two, almost nothing could go wrong. They did the part they had to. They won the opening game against Virginia Tech, but it's not only who you play and beat, it's who your opponents play and beat. And when your one big-time opponent loses its second game, the luster's off the rose.
To James Madison.
Exactly. Big play here, third about a yard and a half. Poole got the first down. Poole is having quite a game, 163 yards on 22 carries. And Oregon's defense has adjusted beautifully.
So you just got to expect that. You got to play every snap.
Second and long. Rush 3, drop 8, little screen pass. Oregon led the nation coming in total defense after one game. Sims airing it out. Jump ball, no. Knocked away by Cliff Harris. It was intended for Justin Hunter.
Harris showing that he's smart, staying back, not biting on anything, understands the play, reads the quarterback, sees where he's going with it. Harris has some ups as well.
Barner waits for the punt. Makes the late fair catch signal at the 41 after a punt of 42 seconds to go, third quarter.
Pressure.
Now James is the single setback. He'll get the handoff. Flag is down, so is James. At the end of the third quarter, number 7 Oregon with a 2-touchdown lead at Tennessee. Ready to start the fourth quarter here in Tennessee, where number 7 Oregon, trying to go 2-0, has come from behind to take a 27-13 lead over the Volunteers. And it's 2nd and 13 for Darren Thomas and the Oregon offense. Bubble screen. And Mail up to the 42-yard line where Stavion Frazier makes the tackle.
Just let it happen.
Thomas, same play. Mail stays on his feet. First down. Ooh. Broke a couple of tackles. Took 2 plays. He doesn't get the first down. And they've got to give up the football. James picking his way through the line. Down to the 33.
If I'm coaching Tennessee and Derek Dooley, I tell my team we've got one more quarter to play tonight to get better. Let's win the quarter. Win the quarter, young men.
James out to 130 yards on the ground. 16 carries, and Oregon starting to impose its will on the Volunteers.
They do. 1 and 2. They certainly are comfortable at the top.
For the end zone, touchdown. Lavasier Tuinei. And that one just got there. Art Evans looked like he had a shot at the interception. Instead, it's a touchdown.
It's almost like that Evans just misjudged the ball. Like he thought he had the interception coming his way and just misjudged it as it's going through. Went through his hands. Didn't quite go up and make the play on it. So the veteran, who's normally a calming influence, just a few inches short.
The extra point is good, and Darren Thomas with his 2nd touchdown pass of the night. He has now thrown for over 200 yards. And Oregon is up by 3 scores with 13-28. Oku from the goal line. And just across the 20-yard line. Let's go down to Shelley Smith. Shelley?
When Derek Dooley took over this program, he knew he was taking over a program that was wounded. These players and these fans were hurt by Lane Kiffin's abrupt departure. They never viewed this job as a stopping point or a staying point onto something else. He ensured to them that he was staying, that this is not a place to go to get to somewhere else. He really tried to reinstill that pride, and so far, the players all say he's done it.
Well, they are very happy to have him here, and certainly with the legacy he has with his family ties with the great Vince Dooley, brings a lot of credibility just with that.
Yeah, the day I was here in the spring, his dad, Vince, Coach Dooley, was here, and he spoke to the ball club afterwards. Derek's got a good resume, and by learning and listening to his dad all those years, very smart guy. Started out that foundation at SMU.
I see. Yeah, I see. I knew you were. I wasn't sure where you were going with that, but you got that one in there. One of the things that people question was, well, he only had 1 winning season in 3 years at Louisiana Tech. But that 1 winning season was the only winning season they've had in 30 years.
Yeah, he's no fluke. The guy has a plan. I like him. He's got a good staff.
Yep.
During the SEC, I cannot stress to you enough. And I said this to Derek yesterday. Since I've seen them in the spring, they really have made progress.
Oh, you can see that in the first half. I mean, they took it to Oregon State, or to Oregon. Sims completes that pass to Zach Roberts, trying for extra yardage, taken down as he crossed the 25. Vince, of course, coached 25 years at Georgia before retiring after 1988. Won 6 SEC titles, won the 1980 National Championship, and has been inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. And one of the really good guys in this business. Yep. And it was funny because Derek said when he was at Louisiana Tech, he was more maybe coach than dad. Now here, he's more dad than coach.
And I think that's cool. Barner, the deep man, driven back by the punt to the 21. Guy's extremely dangerous.
No kicker's going to slow him down. Kenjon Barner, 79 yards. His coach says he's the best kick return man in the country. He sure looked like it on that one.
Yeah, he leads the country in all-purpose yards coming in, and he's just explosive. He's got great vision, good blocking too, but he runs past people. To be a good punt returner, you have to run by them. Don't look at them, you feel them, and you run by them. And that's exactly what Barner does.
80-yard return on a punt by Barner. Denarius Moore and Eric Gordon are deep. Moore from the 7. And tripped up as he got out to about the 22. Oku in at tailback. Here comes the pressure again. And Sims is taken down. This Alston, who played a lot last week. Costa. Alston again. Dragging tacklers with him down to the 30-yard line. Been a long night. Doubleheader. Costa. High stepping his way inside the 15 to about the 12. Not present quite a big target. Alston. Going to go very deep with running backs who are 5'8", 5'9", and dart in and out of defenses. Alston. Touchdown. A team that has a chance to win a national championship. Keep that in mind. And they held them to the 13 time, played them right off their feet. So pretty good home debut for the young coach. But a great job by Chip Kelly to bring his team all the way across the country into the Southeastern Conference and win it going away by 35 points. That's the final here in Knoxville in front of 102,000 plus. Oregon over Tennessee, 48-13.